You're eating these two foods together, and it's wrecking your digestion after 50. Picture this. You sit down to a classic American dinner. A juicy burger, a big pile of fries, maybe a steak over creamy mashed potatoes. You finish the meal feeling satisfied. Then, about an hour later, the bloating starts. The gas. That heavy, foggy, exhausted feeling that makes you want to do nothing but lie on the couch. Here's what nobody tells you. It might not be how much you ate. It could be what you ate together. And if you're over 50, this food combination problem hits you harder than it ever did at 30. Today, we're talking about food combining mistakes and the one classic American meal that could be quietly sabotaging your digestion every single week. Most people assume that if a food is healthy on its own, it's fine to eat it with anything. A lean steak? Great protein. A baked potato? Decent complex carb. Together on one plate? That's where your gut starts sending out distress signals, and most of us just blame getting older. But aging isn't the whole story. Your digestive system is actually chemistry, and mixing certain foods is like trying to run a chemical reaction in the wrong conditions. It simply doesn't work the way it should.
Here's what's actually happening inside your stomach. When you eat starches, think fries, mashed potatoes, bread, your body immediately starts breaking them down using a digestive enzyme called amylase. Think of amylase as a little key that only works in a neutral, slightly basic environment. It gets going right in your mouth and needs a stomach that isn't too acidic. Now, when you eat animal proteins, steak, burger patties, chicken, your stomach has to do the opposite. It pumps out powerful acid and activates an enzyme called pepsin. Pepsin needs a very acidic environment, somewhere around a pH of 1.5 to 2.0. That's about as acidic as battery acid. Pepsin is tough, and it needs that harsh environment to break protein apart properly. So what happens when you eat both at the same time in large amounts? Your stomach is trying to be two completely opposite things at once. The acid it needs for protein digestion starts shutting down the amylase working on your starches, and the sheer bulk of carbohydrates buffers the acid, meaning the stomach can't get acidic enough to fully activate pepsin for the protein. The result? Both foods sit in your gut, partially broken down, for much longer than they should. That's where the bloating comes from, the gas, the fatigue, that post-meal slump that used to feel mild at 35, but feels completely draining at 55 or 65. And here's the tough part. After 50, your stomach naturally produces less acid than it used to. So this conflict between starch and protein hits your body significantly harder than it did decades ago.
The good news? You don't have to give up steak or potatoes. You just need a few smart tweaks. Step 1. Shrink the portions, especially the starches. You don't need to eliminate fries, but cutting the starch portion in half and adding a non-starchy vegetable like green beans or a salad gives your stomach a much easier job. Step 2. Eat your protein first. Starting your meal with a few bites of protein before loading up on starchy sides gives your stomach a head start on producing the acid it needs for proper digestion. Step 3. Slow down and chew thoroughly. This sounds almost too simple, but amylase, that starch-digesting enzyme, lives in your saliva. The more thoroughly you chew your bread, rice, or potatoes, the more starch digestion you complete before it even hits your stomach. Research consistently supports that chewing speed directly impacts digestive efficiency. Step 4. Try a digestive enzyme supplement, but check with your doctor first. Some older adults find that broad-spectrum digestive enzyme supplements that include both amylase and protease help bridge the gap. According to information published through the National Institutes of Health, enzyme supplementation can support digestion in adults with age-related declines in gastric acid production. But this is absolutely a conversation to have with your physician before starting anything new.
Everything we've covered today is based on established nutritional science and digestive physiology, but it's educational information, not a personal prescription. Every body is different, especially after 50. Please talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you're managing a health condition. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you notice that heavy, sluggish feeling after meals like steak and potatoes? Drop a yes in the comments if this sounds familiar, or tell me which food combination you think is giving you the most trouble. Your answer might actually help someone else watching this video today. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. We put out new videos every week focused on practical, science-backed health information designed specifically for adults over 50. Your health deserves real answers, not guesswork. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.